Here's why you play Harith Mid. First off, because of his skill 1, he has great burst damage, and because of his skill 2, he has great mobility. However, he is indeed susceptible to CC skills, and it's best you learn how to position yourself to avoid getting into sticky situations. Harith's passive skill, Key Insight, gains insight from his key, increasing his hybrid lifesteal for each nearby enemy hero, stacking up to a certain percentage. Hybrid lifesteal combines normal lifesteal from basic attacks with spell vamp from skills. This significantly improves Harith's endurance during teamfights, especially when facing multiple enemy heroes. Harith's skill 1, Synchro Fission, creates a phantom of himself in a direction and releases energy waves, dealing magic damage to enemies along the path. When two energy waves collide, they create an explosion that deals greater magic damage to all enemies in the explosion area. Synchro Fission is a high damage, low cooldown skill, so use it as frequently as possible. To maximize magic damage, aim so that the enemies are in the center of the casting area where the energy waves will collide. Use this ability to poke enemies and force them to retreat. Harith's skill 2, Chrono Dash, dashes towards the target direction, and when he arrives, he steals magic power from nearby enemy heroes, generating a shield that absorbs damage and enhances his next basic attack. Harith's enhanced basic attack deals magic damage and slows enemies by 40%. Hitting an enemy with the enhanced basic attack will reduce the cooldown of Chrono Dash by 3 seconds. It is your bread and butter ability. Use it to get into positions for kills or to escape sticky situations. Remember to use basic attack after each activation to trigger the enhanced basic attack effect and deal maximum damage. Harith's ultimate Zaman Force uses his key to summon a Zaman Force. When the multi-dimensional rift appears, the cooldown of Chrono Dash is reduced by 4 seconds. The rift initially slows enemy heroes in the area by 70% and continuously slows them by 35% afterwards. If Harith comes into contact with the rift using Chrono Dash, he will absorb the energy within, reducing the cooldown of Synchro Fission by 1 second and Chrono Dash by 3. Harith also gains 15% resilience while on the rift. Zaman Force makes you virtually untouchable during teamfights due to its cooldown reduction effects. Activate this whenever a teamfight breaks out to take advantage of the slow effects on enemy heroes. Continually use Synchro Fission and Chrono Dash inside the Zaman Force to deal maximum damage and evade enemy attacks. A basic combo that you can use for Harith is skill 2 into basic attack into skill 1. The initial skill 2 is to close the gap between you and the enemy for your skill 1 to land. An all-out combo for Harith is to use skill 2 into basic attack into your ult, then start throwing random bullshit at your enemy. Moving on to builds, I suggest building Magic Boots, Starlium Scythe, Feather of Heaven, the new item, Wishing Lantern, Holy Crystal, and Divine Glaive. These are the emblems that go along with this build. And as per usual, I suggest more experienced players to build items depending on enemy team's composition, instead of using a pre-built setup to maximize your win rate. As for battle spells, Harith has a huge arsenal of spells that works well with him. Harith can equip Purify if the enemy team has tons of CC, Vengeance to negate damage, and Aegis to obtain a meaty shield. Flicker is also an alternative. Prioritize Harith's skill 2 as that is his main source of damage. However, take his skill 1 at level 1, take his ult at level 4, 8, and 12. Harith as a hero is insanely slippery and requires a coordinated opponent team to lock him down and kill him. With this in mind, always be on the lookout for the enemy heroes that possesses high crowd control. Constantly switching up the position with your skill 2 is an important factor that will increase your survivability and prolong your stay in teamfights. Due to your ult lowering your skill cooldown, you can dish out significant magic damage while being hard to catch. Your skill 1 inflicts high damage if the enemy is present, in the middle, especially in the early game. Using this skill efficiently to force the usage of a battle spell or a recall is key in mastering Harith in the laning phase.